Is it rolling?
Now though, sorry.
Hey, this is Jim Vest,
I'm Jared Hollander,
and we're here at Gold's Gym in.
South York, 298 Pauline Drive.
And Jared, you're a personal trainer here?
Yeah, I'm a training director and a personal trainer as well.
And kind of give the people an idea what your story is. You're a drug-free guy?
Drug-free guy, never taken any anabolics. Pretty much all natural. Just whey protein, vitamins, fish oils, glucosamine, stuff like that to keep the joints going. I started lifting when I was like 13. My dad got me into it. I was a little overweight, always into weights. Started in the basement, and then got a gym membership with some of my buddies. We kept going. It wasn't as consistent. Got into college, lived in college, did the college thing. That's when I really got into, the bodybuilding aspect. And now here I am now, just training as hard as ever. Haven't missed a day in, a while. Just 100% dedicated,
And how old are you now?
I'm 24.
So 24, and I know right now, when you're talking about your regimen, some of the supplements that you use, I know you kids are out there saying, oh, that's bullshit, he's on something else, and I'm here to tell you that in my day, there were a lot of guys walking around that were big and diesel, and we didn't know anything about drugs. I mean, I literally got to 240 pounds before I ever even considered anything like that, because I just didn't know about it. There was no internet or anything. So you can do it. There are guys out there that are doing it naturally. You don't have to resort to drugs, much less all the ridiculous amounts of drugs you kids seem to think you need. So many of you are thinking you're wrong. It's all bullshit. People telling you that are lazy. They're lazy, they don't have any knowledge, and you can read about it all day long, but it's like anything else. Like I said in another video, medical science, back when I was a young guy, the pretty much universal agreement was anabolic steroids did not enhance athletic performance. That's what the story was. That's what medical science concluded. Now today, every time anybody does anything, it's attributed to anabolic steroids. So, I mean, which is it? So most of the evidence that comes around through sport, sport physiology as far as the science end of it goes, the nutrition end of it, it comes from anecdotal evidence. It comes from actual athletes actually out there trying things and doing things and finding out what works. And that's what you need to do. It's good to read and get yourself a little background, especially about training. It's good to get a good training background. But as far as what's going to work for you, what does work, what doesn't work, don't believe what people tell you. I mean, this is the cleanest whey protein out there. I drink it. I got big off of it. It's what I do. It's what all these guys do. So give them an idea. What are some of your best lifts like?
It's all about those compound lifts. If you're looking to build muscle, you got to do those compound lifts, the squat, the deadlift, the bench press, get the whole body into it. That's the best way to build the most muscle, to do the biggest movements, to take the most energy, where you can lift the most weight. That's how you can build the biggest muscles. Also, you got to build that back. If you don't have a strong back and core, you're not going to be able to do those foundational lifts either. So you got to start from the bottom and work up.
Now, were you always a bigger guy? I mean, as a kid, were you a big kid or strong kid?
I was definitely a strong kid. I had a lot of extra fat on me, definitely. I was definitely bigger, but I wasn't as muscular as I am now when I was younger. Definitely took a lot of work. It's not something that happens overnight. Spend years. I've been training, like I said, since I was 13, so I'm 24 now. That's over 10 years. It's definitely, don't get discouraged with yourself. It's something you got to keep on working at. If you're not seeing results, that's where you got to switch things up. Just keep at it, and you will see results if you keep going, research, educate yourself, know what you're doing, and just really put your mind into it, and there's definitely something that you can accomplish.
And you were telling me some of your numbers you were putting up yesterday, which are quite impressive. You give these people, and I'm not trying to intimidate you guys. If you're out there starting out from ground zero, as an older guy myself, I don't push the kind of weight that I used to push around. Very rarely do I, but doesn't mean I'm not capable of it. But it's harder on my joints and things. So if you're not one of these naturally strong guys, you're not pushing a lot of weight, give it time. I'm just trying to, the guys in the spotlight right now. He should take a lot of pride in what he's accomplished, and tell him some of your better lifts and numbers wise.
Well, so I just finished doing a 16-week program. This week was my max week. I started out with a 465 deadlift, 335 bench and squat, and after 16 weeks of a 5x5 and pyramid-based training program, I was able to increase my deadlift to 500 pounds, my squat to 395, and my bench to 370. So that's where I am now, and it's just about getting those goals, setting those goals, and breaking through them, and making a plan to get there. It's all about having a plan. If you don't have a plan, then you're kind of just in here going through the motions. You got to have that plan and get after it. Don't let anything stop you.
So today's Easter, so I'm not going to hold Jared up very long. I appreciate you taking the time to sit down and talk with us in your office in here. And so guys, that's pretty much his young guy, drug-free, natural guy. But like he pointed out, he's been training 10 years. So he's put in his time, he's paying his dues, he's still paying them, and his lifts are increasing, he's getting strong. And as long as Jared's willing, hopefully we're going to do some videos soon with some training stuff where he can go into some actual explanation of what he does and why he does it and how he does it. Because it's actually, to me, it's more important how you do what you're doing. And, you'll see a lot of guys, they seem to be doing the same lifts as another guy, but it works for this guy because maybe his biomechanics or whatever, or because he's doing the lift properly. Or maybe he's not using too much weight. Maybe he's using the right amount of weight. So we're going to definitely get into some of that if there's some interest. If you dig the video, like it, place some comments, let us know you want to see more about Jared. And like I said, he's a trainer down here. One thing this gym has is this gym is an animal house. You come in here on a weeknight, there'll be a dozen elite physiques walking around in here, and nobody's got an attitude. Everybody gets along. Everybody's welcome. If you're overweight, if you're underweight, if you're young, if you're old, if you're male, if you're female, just starting out or been training a long time, this is a good atmosphere. This is a place to be. So if you're in the PA area and you're close by, you definitely need to come down, ask for Jared, talk to him and let him give you some advice, and let's see where you're at. All right, so everybody have a good holiday and peace.
Thank you.